Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Moon Scarab channel. My name is Ramon, and welcome to another episode of Bones and Spirit Tarot. And in this show, because it's October, I wanted to use the theme of bones, skeleton, skulls to do readings, right? In today's show, I'm going to be sharing with Bobby from Robert Fierro Tarot. Let me see if I can add him to the stage. Hello, Bobby. You were able to make it back in. Are you there, Bobby? I think he has connection problems. So, why skeletons and skulls, right? And this is a topic that I've mentioned so many times. To me, uh, when I see a skeleton, I don't see gender, I don't see age, I don't see race, I don't see social status. What I see is equality. And, to me, it also represents those things that we carry genetically from our ancestors, right? We have genetic material that we carry from our fathers, our great grandparents, our great grandparents, and generations going back of people that we actually don't know, right? Who live happy lives, sad moments, the same passions that we live nowadays, and we might not know their names, their faces, right? But we carry them with us in our bones, in our genetic material. So using October just as an excuse to indulge in this topic and motif that I really like, we're going to be using throughout different episodes of the show skeletons and skull themed cards. And today's guest, let me see if I can bring him back again. Bobby, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you?
Are you?
I'm good, thank you. We were having some connections problems. So this is Bobby from Robert Fierro Tarot,
I like the background you got going on.
right? It's let's see, skull themed, very appropriate for the topic, right? Let's say hi to a few people who are visiting us today, and we have JR. Hello, JR. Great to see you. We have the awesome Linda Fraser. Hello, Linda. Thank you for coming by. We have Rossi. Hello, everyone. We have Jen. Joyful Journey. Great seeing you, Jen. Thank you for being here. We have Joanne Miranda again. Hello, Joanne. We had the awesome Moira visiting us. Thank you for stopping by. We have Rebecca Joe. Great seeing you. We have the awesome and beautiful Magus. He has such a beautiful energy, and I'm so happy to see him. He's amazing. Please follow his channel. His channel is fantastic. He's such a beautiful person. He radiates this positive energy just through watching his videos. He's amazing. We have Rebecca Joe. Hello, Rebecca. Great seeing you. We have the awesome Beth. Aspazia Rising. Great seeing you. So, as I was mentioning before, Bobby, I love the topic of skulls and skeletons, and I'll repeat myself again because I said this so many times. To me, it represents equality, right? We don't see gender, race, social status, and it's just a beautiful part of who we are. So, bones and spirit, what we're doing is, I hear a background. I hear something on the background, Bobby. So, um, let me see. I lost my train of thought. Um, so
Sorry,
yeah, all
it's
I
you.
see is equal. What do you mean?
The connections are bad right now.
Hmm. Okay. Do you want to come back and try again?
Roman,
I think we lost him. All right. So the first show I did was last night with Heather from Soul Alchemy and Indigo Jaguar. and we did readings. And last time I was having a little bit of problems trying to connect the the StreamYard giveaway tool, but this time I was successful. So if you want a general reading, please type hashtag bones and I will run the giveaway tool and it's going to pick a random person and I'll do a reading. So the topic for the reading is the same one we used last night, and it's the question, what can we learn spiritually to gain strength as bones support the body, right? So the bones are the support of this physical part of who we are, right? So the spirit to me is the support of the soul, right? So I'm trying to drive that parallel between the soul and skeletons. So if you have a question, please type hashtag bones and I will run it. Let's see, there's some other people who just came in. We have Gypsy Girl. Great seeing you, Gypsy Girl. Enchanting Lunar Guidance. What a beautiful name. Great seeing you. Who else? This Lady Silver. Love it. That's a beautiful name. Thank you for stopping by. We had the awesome Care Bear Karen. I just watched your live. It was amazing. We have to do a show together. Let's see. And we had today's guest, Bobby. I'm trying to connect with him. For some reason, he's not coming up. Let me see if... You're back, Bobby? Hello?
Hello.
Mm, I'm sorry.
This
No?
is not good, Ramon.
All right, we'll try some other time then. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're having connection problems. Our apologies. So I guess I'll go solo. This will be the first time that I do a solo show. I always do a live with someone. So I guess I'll do the reading just myself. So I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna run. We have 10 entries so far. Let's see who will come up, and I will do a reading. For today's reading, oh, Gypsy Girl. Look at that. Gypsy Girl, you're the winner. So for the reading, I will be using 3 different decks. The first one, I'm going to be using a tarot deck, and it's the Antique Anatomy Tarot. This is from Claire Goodchild. She's one of my favorite deck creators. I have all of her decks. They're just beautiful, and they're all in this theme of skulls, bones, and a combination of like plants and nature. It's just a beautiful combination. Like the aesthetic that she uses is amazing. Let me show you an example. This is the Hermit card. So you see it's like that Victorian theme of memento mori and nature. It's just amazing. So that's one of them. I'm going to be using also the Memento Mori, Lenormand, and Oracle deck. So this contains all 36 cards from Lenormand, and in total, it's like 60 cards. So anything between 37 and 60 are cards that represent an oracle. You know, it's something, a symbol totally different from Lenormand. And the third set of decks that I'll be using is the Oracle of Oddities. It's this one right here. It actually comes in 3 parts, and I combined all 3 parts into a single deck. Let me show you the front and the backs of the card. So the tarot card, like I was telling you, this is a combination of the skull and plants and other symbols. This is the back, and it contains all 4 elements, symbols of all 4 elements. For the Lenormand, this is the child, which is a figure from Lenormand, and the backs. Love how it looks because it looks like it's worn and used, but that's the way the design is. And from the Oracle of Oddities, the backs just like worn green surface. Anyhow, let's start with the first reading. So, Miss Gypsy Girl, what can you learn spiritually to gain strength as bones support the body? Oh, wait a second. We have Miss Tarot D, the one and only Miss Tarot D. And we have Heather. Heather, I was trying to connect with Bobby tonight to do readings, but his connection is not good. Um, if you want to join me, I'll be more than happy to have you here. Just let me know and I'll send you the link. I was able to get together the giveaway tool. And I'm doing the first reading right now for Gypsy Girl. So this is interesting. I pulled three cards for you, Gypsy Girl, and all three cards have an element of two, right? And two is a very powerful number because it represents duality and balance. And the first card I pulled is the Two of Elixirs, which in tarot will be the Two of Cups. And this is a card that talks about uh, a mutual partnership, balance, deep connections. Usually it's in terms of the emotional realm with someone, but the way I'm reading it is with you, right? So the lesson for you to learn is to find balance within your circumstances. And in this case, being cups, it talks about emotions. So the invitation here is to find balance emotionally. You might be going through some circumstances that might be, very tumultuous, but the universe is telling you find that center to balance all the circumstances around you. Second card I pulled is the rats, and in Lenormand it's mice. And this card is a card about, typically with Lenormand, people see it as decay, as things eroding away, but I see it totally different. To me, mice in Lenormand is represents survival. These are animals who are very intelligent. They find their way. They know how to find resources. So again, the message here is an acknowledgement that you are a person who is very resourceful. You're a person who is a survivor in spite of the circumstances, the difficulties, and it's telling you to find that balance in that tumultuous situation that you might be going to, just because you know how to get through it. And the third card is from the Oracle of Oddities, and it's called Separation. And here again, there's that element of two, right? It's the But what it's telling in this case is to try to detach yourself from those circumstances that you know block your way. So the overall message here is an invitation for balance, to realize and remember that you are a person who is a survivor, and to separate yourself from that mentality. And here, if you see, it's those two polarities of the mind, of the head, right? Just detach from yourself those things that don't serve you and move ahead. Yeah, and that's what I got for you. It's a really beautiful message, an acknowledgement of the powerful person that you are. I hope it resonates with you. All right. Let's see. It feels so weird doing a a solo, but I got my time to do it. All right, let's do another draw because we have more people in. Let's say hi to a couple of more people whom I might have missed. Miss Sarah D, I will join, but my hair is wet and I look like a mess. Oh, just put a towel around and jump in. Let's see who else is here. Um, we have Pink Dove. Great seeing you, Pink Dove. Thank you for stopping by. Right. And we have Enchanting Lunar Guidance. Wow. All right. Let's pull three cards for you: a tarot, a Lenormand, and an oracle card. All right. So, first card I pulled for you is the. Let's see. Oh, it's the nine of wands, but it's actually reverse. Nine of wand reverse. And the nine of wands typically is a card that talks about a test of faith, right? That nothing can break your spirit. It's a card of courage, of boundaries. But in this one, opposite, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a person that represents that. But what it's talking is about tapping into your inner resources, right? Um, it's recognizing that you might be going through a exhausted, a struggle at the moment, uh, possibly a moment of fatigue, but the universe is recognizing that you are a person who is very resourceful. Why do I say that? Because the second card I pulled is from the Oracle, the Lenormand Oracle, and it's the image of the rope. And the rope is a card that talks about being secure, a strong connection, uh, that's something that is holding you, but not necessarily in a negative way, right? But it's something that support you. There is a support for those moments that you might be going through in which you might be feeling exhausted. You can find those resources. Remember that there is a secure line that is holding you, and it's the universe, it's your spirit guides. And the third card that I pull for you is knowledge. So what it's saying is use that wisdom that you have as a resource, as a tool to be able to overcome moments that you might feel difficulty. You might feel, like the walls are closing in. Connect with your spirit guides. They're there to support you and tap into that spiritual wisdom that you have to be able to overcome any difficult situation. All right. I wish you the best, and that's what I got for you. All right. Do we have anyone new in? Let's see. Oh, we have Tom. Great seeing you, Tom. All right. We have 22 people watching. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. All right. Let's pull some cards. Let's see who is next. It's hot here. Moira D. Awesome. Just one second. Let me turn on the fan because it feels very humid here. Gonna put it in directly. All right. So I pulled three cards for you. And the first card is the Seven of Swords, and in this case is the Seven of Blades in this tarot deck. And the Seven of Blades or the Seven of Swords in this card, you know, typically there's a card that people see as, you know, deception, possibly like a lack of conscientious. But to me, it's a card about outwitting people, outwitting situations, more than anything, realizing your own potential. And it's a card about survival, right? This is the moon in Aquarius, and this what it's saying is to tap into your instincts, into your emotion, to navigate through life, right? That's the best tool to be able to navigate through difficult situations, right? It's your instinct, it's your intuition. And this card, what it's saying is recognizing that you are a person who is a a person who is like really strong and very in tune with your instincts to be able to overcome any difficult situation. The second card, it's an interesting image. It's called the Tear Catcher, and this is from the Lenormand and Oracle, the Memento Mori Lenormand and Oracle. And this card, what it's talking about is holding on to trauma, right? It's a card about possibly mourning, but it doesn't might necessarily mean mourning for someone who passed away, but holding on to situations from the past. You know, uh, going back, and this is a situation that we were talking in yesterday's show. A lot of times we go into I should have done this, what if, but you know that's the worst way to torture yourself. Just move on, don't hold on to trauma, and what it's saying is time to move on, you know. That's the image here. How and you can easily do that because you are a person who are able to move through traumas or difficult situation. And the third card is from the of Oracle of Oddities, and it's called Growth. So this is the universe recognizing that you're in a period of growth at this moment, and through those difficult situations, overcoming trauma, overcoming not holding on to things that no longer serve you, you're able to move on and move towards growth. So the message here is just discard from your mind, from your spirit, from your life, things from the past that don't serve you. You know, these are obstacles in your way to that impede growth. And that's the invitation here, to remove those things and open yourself to new paths in your life. That's what I got for you. All right. Let's draw another card. I'm telling you, it feels so weird being here by myself in silence without someone talking to me. Let me show you my mug. It's skull themed. I got this, I think it was at where was it? Marshall's or Home and Goods, but I just love it. It says someone said Heather can join. Heather, can you join? Let me post the link if you want to join. Oh, wait a second. Of course, my phone ran out of power. Let me see if I can find. Let's see. I just posted the link. Heather, if you want to join, there's an open invitation, or anyone who wants to join. If you have a skeleton or a skull themed deck, jump in and I'll be more than happy to read with you. All right. Our next winner is Linda Fraser. I don't know if how to correctly pronounce it. I apologize, but Linda, it's your turn. So I'm going to pull 3 cards again for you. We're going to pull again the Tarot, a Lenormand, and an Oracle. I love combining divination tools. sometimes I read with just tarot cards, but I don't know. There's something special about combining different types of oracles, right? And when I talk oracles, talking anything to look into insight for divination. Tarot is an oracle. Dice can be used as oracles. Pendulums is a form of oracles. Lenormand, a lot of things in terms of divination is an oracle because we're trying to gain insight into the higher realms. Hmm. So, I pulled three cards for you. This is sort of like an interesting combination of cards. First card I pulled is the Four of Pentacles. In this case, the Four of Coins. And in Lenormand is that figure of that man that is holding towards, with the, holding on to pentacles, like really strong. And to me, pentacles, it's not only financial, but it also represents anything in the physical realm. So it could be holding on to something related, with health, the material realm. But this card, what it's saying is an invitation to hold on to your resources, right? It could be reorganizing yourself financially. It could be looking into your health condition, making an assessment, and making changes to be able to move forward. The second card I pulled is the Plague Doctor. I love this image. But it's a powerful image as well, right? Because this talks um about health, actually. It's talking about me having safety precautions in the health realm. I typically don't do readings on medical conditions, but what it's saying is, again, there's a theme here to be careful with uh, health aspects, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Just do small changes to be able to improve. And again, the third card here, it's an oracle card, and it's the self. So this is again a reflection on you, on your body, on your mind, on that overall balance to be able to bring harmony towards yourself. So again, the combination of messages here, I feel, is to be aware, be careful, take better care of yourself in the physical realm, right? It could be financial, but I feel that it's more in terms of the physicality and your overall well-being, right? That's what I got for you. And I have a surprise guest. Who could it be?
Not that
Oh,
surprising. We've been just yelling at you in the chat for the past 10 minutes. Saying,
were you?
hello.
Hello. I was so here in tune with my readings.
I know.
Ah, I love
Who's
it. Look at that. Look at that. Love it.
Oh my god.
So we have here the awesome Heather
Stop.
from Soul Alchemy and Indigo Jaguar. It was so quiet here. It felt so weird. I'm
I
telling
know,
you.
doesn't it? When you read by yourself.
Ah, it's totally
But you're off the
different.
big screen now.
Why? No, you're the big guest here.
Big is
You're the
yeah.
awesome guest.
He's calling
Let's
me
see. Is
big
this better?
personality.
No, no, no. I'm saying big in
No.
personality,
I
big
know.
in amazement.
Oh.
If
Oh,
you,
this
I
guy
don't know.
Love was doing well by himself. Aw. Yes, you were, Ramon. You
Yeah.
were doing well by yourself.
Yeah. I guess no, no, no. It feels better sharing the energy with someone, right? I feel I'm more in tune and in balance when I share with someone. So Heather, great seeing you. I'm surprised you came out early from your show.
We only had a few readings, and a couple of
Mm-hmm.
people, who wanted a reading weren't there. And so Allison's like, "Well, I gotta walk the dogs." I'm like, "Okay, well, have a good night." And then I had seen you had popped on, and that's why I popped in the chat to, say hi.
Hmm.
And, hi, everybody.
Yeah, so I had Bobby as a guest today, but there was some issues with
Yeah,
his internet connectivity.
he tried
So,
coming on with us too, and he felt bad. I'm like, it's okay, sweetheart. Next time.
yeah, it
I love you,
happens.
Bobby.
But
Mwah.
yes, we always share. I love sharing with them. Miss Heraldry wants to see Ramon Sweat. She does. She does. She's moving her magical wand to for me to mess up here. But the universe came to my rescue by sending me this angel called Heather.
Oh my God, Angel, far from it. This wand. Here we go, my
Yeah.
little crystal wand. Here we go.
So what deck do you have today?
Same ones from last night, plus a couple of others.
Okay, what are the couple of others? I'm more interested in the couple of others.
Well, I have my Theban Oracle, which alphabet. I think I used
Mm-hmm.
that last night. I can't remember. I think I did. I have my Witch Oracle, woman in total control of herself.
Is
Um,
there bones or skeletons on that? That's the
there
rule
are
here.
some dark cards in that one, but I have my Ethereal, I have my Lunatic Lenormand, I have my Hush Tarot. So I've got bones, I've got some decay, so we're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you, Linda, for your feedback. She says, Ramon, thank you. Uncanny message. Concentrating on some self care and rebuilding the finances. Yeah, that's always important. You know, that's something, health and finances is something that we're in a constant search of balance, right? Of
Oh
being able
yes.
to improve, to maintain it, to overcome. I don't know. It's a constant struggle of, but it's part of the physical realm, right? It
Hmm.
comes with the territory of being here on Earth. So,
And did you
um,
see what Miss Tarot D said to you?
it must be some sassy
I
stuff.
would never want you to mess up. I was cheering you on so you can keep growing. And yes, he
Never
is.
want you to
Miss
mess
Tarot
up.
D
Oh
is
yeah, I see.
so supportive of us. Yes. And Rebecca knows the witch deck.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do another reading. I was able to find the way with the giveaway tool. I love
Yes.
it. I love it
It's
because
fun.
it gives an opportunity to everybody. You know, we're not just reading on the people who came in early, but also the people who came in later. And it gives a fair chance for readings, right? If the universe wants you to have a reading, you'll get picked. Simple. All right. And if you don't get picked today, stop by tomorrow. Most likely, I'm going to be doing this show more often because it's through the month of October. I want to, use this month as an excuse to show all the amazing and beautiful skeleton theme decks that I have.
Ramon has quite the
To,
collection. Has quite the deck
yes,
collection.
I
Yes.
do. I'm repeating the one from yesterday because I really like it and always get amazing
And
energy and reading
Allison was
from them.
using that one tonight on our show. She bought it.
Which one?
The
Which one?
anatomy.
Oh,
Using
yes,
that.
it's a
She goes, I
classic.
bought myself a deck. I know I keep saying I'm not going to buy myself a deck, but she goes, I love this deck. And I said, yeah, Ramon had that last night.
Yes, it's beautiful. And it's a kind of like a pip deck in a way.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. It's I normally don't like pip decks. I use it more for numerology, but this deck it gives me amazing vibes. Anyway, um, I'm sorry. So we're gonna pick our next person.
Our next victim.
Yes. I
Ooh,
saw
the
Miss Terrell
anticipation.
D among the people there.
Ooh, Miss Tarot D. Miss Tarot D.
Care Bear.
I get to read
Oh my
Karen deck
god.
tonight.
Yes.
This is the second time Karen 2 reads for me, girl.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Let me see.
So, oh, girl.
Miss Miss Care Bear card Bard of Cards. All right.
Yes. Okay, so Karen, I'm going to use
Already?
my. No. I'm just
Oh.
showing Karen. I'm going to use my my Theban Oracle for part of her reading tonight. So, but just so you know, she's on the big screen.
Yes.
Okay.
And
No,
let's see.
Oh,
No, no, no. I was kidding.
ooh, girl, you
Um,
looking serious. I'm not ready yet, but
you're not ready? Okay.
no. Yeah, I got to refer Karen a little while ago with Allison, and ooh, I get to do it again. So, question: what can we learn spiritually to gain strength?
I like reading with you, Heather. It feels good. It feels right.
Aw, thank you, Ramon. Same here. Well, we can't have all those cards out now.
All right. I'm ready. Should I
I'm
go
gonna mute
ahead?
Yeah, I'm going to mute myself.
All right, Karen. So I pulled three cards for you: a tarot, a Lenormand, and an oracle. And the tarot card is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. This is a card that talks about moving on. It talks about motion. It talks about going ahead, right? In the Rider Waite, it's those eight wands that are kind of like flying in the air. So this is an invitation to move on, to go forward, to move on from situations that, you might be stuck in. It's a card that talks about action. It talks about progress. It talks about freedom, and it talks about using this spiritual momentum to be able to go forward. So the message here is an invitation to move forward, to move ahead, to leave behind things that, you know, don't serve you, but always going forward. Second card I pulled is the Gallows. This is from the Lenormand deck. Um, it's kind of like the tree, but here the gallows represents something different. This is a card that talks about guilt, right? It talks about, that self-punishment that sometimes we put ourselves into. And it might be connected with this one, right? It's moving on from, situations that you might be feeling guilty about, maybe mistakes you might have done, should have done this better. And again, it serves you for nothing, really. It's maybe as to learn how to do things differently next time, but what it's saying is just move away from that, go forward. And the third card is stability. So in connection with this one, it's what it's saying is moving away from those situations that, might be holding you back mentally, emotionally. I should have done, just move away from it and try to find that place of stability that you deserve, right? We all deserve that. We all deserve to find our center to be able to grow and move forward. So the message here is clear, right? Just move ahead, leave past traumas that don't serve you, and find that center to find stability in your life. That's what I got for you. Heather, are you ready?
Yes, I am. So, Karen, my dear, um, where is my? Because this is a brand new deck, and this is the Theban Witches alphabet oracle, and you got the letter T. And just look at her. I mean, just to start off with, you don't mess with this girl,
Mm,
Karen. This is the book, but look at what's around her though, too. Look at those cobwebs, and they're kind of almost like they're holding her down, or actually no, they're trying to pull her down, but you're holding up that book. So I'm going to refer to you as her in there. You're holding that book. You have studied. I mean, you are learning your astrology. You are a student. You are advancing yourself spiritually. The astrology. When you do astrology, Karen, your face lights up. You get so excited when you share about the planets and the signs, and you talk about the trans. I mean, you glow, girl. So for me, this is about picking up that book, not letting the cobwebs of what's going on. I mean, a lot of people don't know Karen is in the Carolinas. So for a while, their life has been very uncertain. But everything that you may feel like might be trying to hold you down, girl, you have that book, your study. Look at her. She is determined. And I just want to find what the key word is for this particular card: knowledge, truthfulness, or comprehension. So this is about the capacity of knowledge and being able to sustain that capacity. It says here it invites you to develop a high level of understanding and walk on the right path. So when we are there spiritually, we find what guides us onto that path. That reading, that studying, that's you right there, my dear. And kind of like what was going on a little bit in the last reading, I did get the Nine of Swords, so is a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. And girl, you kind of got to let that go. I know you feel bare. I know you feel, exposed. But what's beautiful about our skeletons, I think Ramona and I talked about this last night, is that the bones tell so much about ourselves, and it shows that here in this picture, even though you're full of all this worry, you are still standing strong. You still have that backbone, and it's still beautifully, you're gilded, it's golden, it's flowing, it's a part of who you are. So it's almost kind of like shedding too, trying to shed that worry, shed that fear, that anxiety. And the card that I got to go with it from underneath is the Justice card, finding balance. And I think too, as you move spiritually, things are going to even out, things will balance out. We were talking about in the last show about the relationship, and not sure how, if it's going to work out. You're doing everything, you're maintaining, you're staying in that balance. And I pulled some witchy Lenormands for you. And what I got for you spiritually: stay anchored, stay grounded in your spirituality, your faith, in yourself, in your studies, in your girls. But really, honey, stay anchored and believe in yourself. Look at that beautiful lily. The lily is about being authentic. It's about blooming. It's about growing. It's about purity. It's about chastity, and just chastity and purity of word, deed, and thought. You have a beautiful heart. You have a beautiful soul, and don't let anything dim the light. Any of those lights. I did get the cloud card, and we know you are going. You've had some literally clouds with Helene coming through, but you also have things going on right now where kind of try to figure things out, balancing things with relationships is going to work. But with this clouds on the other side, and I know you mentioned finances, but you know what? It looks like finances are eventually going to improve. Fish is about prosperity, finances, and just really like the fish, just swimming, being in your nature, tapping into that watery aspect of yourself, your divine feminine. Connect with that. And again, you have a beautiful heart. And I know your heart might be hurting right now, but listen to your heart, girl. Listen to your heart when she's calling for you, like that song from, I think it was Berlin. No, it wasn't Berlin.
Listen
Yes,
to
it
your
was.
heart.
Yeah, listen. No, that
Yeah.
was Roxette.
Oh,
Listen to
that's
your heart.
Rosette. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so listen to your heart, because she has a message for you. She's coming for you. So listen to the messages. You will receive signs. You will be able to, lift up out of this. You will find your balance. But stay grounded and true, girl, in who you are. You know, like I said, that astrology, you light up when you talk about it. You know that's your passion, that's your joy, aside from your babies. But, you know, you're loved, girl. We got you. You got this. I'm all set.
Yeah, that's awesome. I honestly don't know your personal circumstances. I just know that you have two beautiful girls, that you have a beautiful smile, a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
energy. Every time I see you, it's like a smile, a little laugh, and it radiates so much positivity. So whatever you're going through, I honestly wish you the best, and whatever it is, you will overcome it.
And I
All
like
right.
what early ritual said. Tom said, Easter lily, the resurrection of yourself. So that's another form. Yes, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, Tom. Tom, you got to start reading. You got to start
Oh
reading
yeah.
with us. You're an
Yeah.
amazing
Mm-hmm.
reader.
Yes. Well, I don't know, but I would love to hear him reading. He says, Ramon, you have no idea how dead on that reading is. No pun intended, right?
Yep, that reading was. Yep, but
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Okay, stop. Just got the chills. Thank you, Ramon.
Oh, heart
These cards are
fan.
beautiful. Uh-huh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, OMG, thank goodness.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're saying love the witch deck. Awesome. Let's see. And so Aspasia says Soul Alchemy with Indigo Jaguar runes show us like his Halloween parties. There's a theme. Yeah,
With
skeletons.
skeletons.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
It's
okay.
one that I like. Uh
Yes.
she asked, "Do you have Earth and Bone Oracle?" I do. I haven't used it in a show, and I will eventually throw here.
What deck
Who
doesn't
know?
Ramon have?
Oh, I have I'm very no. No, I'm actually really picky with decks.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of the decks that people have out there. I have
Mhm.
like my own personal collection what resonates with me.
Yeah, we're all
But
different. Yep.
I do have that deck and I want to use it because it's beautiful. So who knows if past Halloween I could just keep this show as a theme, right?
Hmm.
Skeletons decks, that's universal, it's timeless.
Yep.
So it might be a year-round thing. We'll see.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Let's pull
Oh,
another
and
draw.
Tom says I have a skull themed deck or two, Ramon. Just saying.
Tom, do you want to jump in? Why don't you
Uh-huh.
jump in right now?
Tom,
Uh, Tom, I dare you to do it.
do it. Do it. But
The
no,
link
Tom
is
really
there.
is a good reader. He is. He gave me amazing
Yeah.
reading last week.
Or if no pressure, if you don't want to do it today, we could do it at another show tomorrow, the day after. But I would love to share a
Mhm.
show with you in this format.
He says I
All
need
right.
to set up my camera.
How long is
Okay.
that going to take you?
I don't know.
All right.
The
Let's pull
suspense.
another.
Yes.
Yes.
Pull another winner. Hi, Rosanna.
Lady,
Oh,
the Lady
couple
Silver.
He says
A couple minutes. Bring it on. Bring it on. I want to see you here.
Bring it
All right.
on. Lady Silver.
Yes. Yes, she did. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I didn't share it in the screen. The Lady Silver. There it
Wow,
is.
Lady Silver. I haven't read for you in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I don't
I'm
think
going
I've
for that
read
witch
for
deck.
her. All right.
I'm going for that witch deck.
The Lady Silver.
And Bev's comment is still up on the screen, just so you know.
Okay. Well, you have admin
Not right now, no, because
powers.
he sent me a different link, so I can't do it. I don't see anything
Really?
that from here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to upgrade you.
No, it's just the way you sent the link. If it was, I think, through the email, then I would have the admin, but it went through the chat. So, but you're doing
Okay.
good. You're doing good.
Little by little, I
Little
don't
by
do much
little.
lives.
That's an 80s song too. So there you go. Everybody can mark the 80s box on Indigo Jaguar Bingo that Tom did. Okay. I'm going to go focus now on Lady Silver. Lady Silver. Hmm. Ooh.
Mm.
Just like we're going,
Yeah,
like, ooh,
I
what?
yeah, because each reading is like a message from the universe. Like, how interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm ready.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead. Lady Silver. Put myself on the big screen. So I pulled 3 cards for you. The first card is a tarot card, and it's the suit of elixirs. And this, in reality, what it represents is the suit of cups. So this is the 8 of cups, and this is such a beautiful card. It's a card that talks about abundance, a lot of positive things coming your way, right? From the spiritual realm. Is that hand bringing you support, bringing you positivity, bringing you divine blessing towards you, right? It's about possibilities. All aces are about possibilities, and in this case, it's that stream of emotions. It's, it's, if you remember the Rider Waite, it's that cup. It's the hand from the universe holding a cup, and four streams come out of it. So it's all these streams of positivity, of beauty, of great things coming your way. The second card I got is from Lenormand, and it's the fish. And the fish is a card that talks about finances. It talks about wealth. It talks about adventure. It talks about bodies of water too. And it's interesting that connection between the Ace of Cups, which represents emotions, and the streams, and also this, right? It represents finances, but it also represents, if you think about it, fish are navigating or swimming through water. So it's an acknowledgement from the universe to navigate through possibly emotional situations that you might be overcoming. Remember, the universe is there to support you. And the third card I got from the Oracle card is actually that one. It's support. So the combination of all these three things is a lot of great things coming your way. It could be in the financial sense. It could be support from the universe to be able to overcome situations that you might be going through, that you might face. But more than anything, you have the support from the universe to guide you, to provide you, to bring at every moment the help and the love that you deserve. You have definitely the support from the universe and from your spiritual guides. I always say tap into the divine realm, to your spiritual guides, for support in every moment. A lot of times we feel like we can do things by ourselves, and that is true, but sometimes we need the extra support from the divine realm to be able to go forward. And that's what I got for you. Miss Heather, you ready?
She said, "Wow for your reading." Thank you, Ramon.
Of course.
So, Lady Silver, I have quite the cards here. So I pulled from my Witch Oracle, and Sisterhood of Reciprocity. So for me, this is you being someone who loves to give, but it's feeling with the other card, it feels like you're giving more than you are receiving. Something is stealing your joy, your peace. And with the sisterhood, I don't know if this is somebody, a group of women or people in your life, but whatever this is, there's this sense of a lack of reciprocity. It's like you give, but you really don't give back, or you don't really receive what you give to others. And you're don't let whatever this energy is or these individuals are steal your peace. So I decided to go ahead and pull from my lunatic Lenormand, and I got the male card. And yes, this is Edgar Allan Poe, and I want to know a little bit more about um, what he represents, what this male card represents. And I'm feeling like, because it is a male card that came up for the Lenormand, I'm feeling that this is some sort of possible male energy, because I did get the fox to clarify him. So there's something like a trickster. The fox are considered sometimes trickster spirits, and it's not always a bad thing, because they keep us on our feet. They keep us on our toes. They keep us, like, when we get too comfortable in life, they kind of trip us up to learn a lesson. And this could be very well. You got that little one coming behind him, and he's all looking at, oh, look at that cute little butterfly. And so sometimes we get distracted. By what's around us, that we don't see, um, you know, something coming from behind, an unexpected situation, an individual. But I feel this could be very well male energy, or a male involved with that. And the other card that I had as a clarifier to go with that was the key card. So for me, I'm feeling that this is key, that this individual holds the key to this current situation that you feel like you are in, something to do with, again, this trickster spirit. And with the sisterhood of reciprocity, doesn't necessarily mean doesn't necessarily means that it's women, but this, I feel like it's a lot of relationships. I don't know if it's people who don't necessarily approve of your spirituality or your interest in spirit. But it just feels like whatever this is, male included, something stealing your peace. And to continue with the lunatic Lenormand, so from the male card, I also got the crossroads. So whatever this is feeling like this is very much is bringing you to a crossroads right now in your life. Um, this could very well be, is this person somebody I can trust? Is this, and for me, if this is the question, if you not know which way to go in this decision about this individual, I feel that trust your gut, sweetheart. Trust your gut. Um, I also have the clouds again, and with this cloud card, there is no home. This is empty space. So it feels like, and there's also a bat, and bats are really good for being able to be able to see in the dark. They sense, they send out sound, and they feel the energy come back on their ears. So whatever you put out there, feel the energy, feel what's coming towards you, and that allow that to also to guide you on your crossroads. Um, the book. I also got the book, and the book feels like, I don't know if you are journaling or if this is, usually books are about wisdom. So we can look at it as, kind of like I'm reading the story before. This is the same story over again, or this could be journaling. I'm feeling like you're feeling like this is that same pattern, that same journey again. This is the same story. But now that you have the opportunity to open that book, look at the wisdom that you have gained from this, and just remember to stay in your authentic. Lilies came up again in this deck. So again, and like Tom said, the Easter list is about rebirth. So leaving that behind, dealing with what you need to at the crossroads, whatever is hanging over you, feeling like you're empty, leaving things behind, but starting fresh and anew on a rebirth, and tapping into that story of your life, looking at it and knowing that you too have the power to rewrite your story when you're at that crossroads. It's okay, time for a spiritual new path. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what I'm going to start writing, and these are my intentions, and this is how I am going to proceed. And that's what I have for you. I know that was a lot of cards. So I hope that resonated. You're muted, Ramon.
I swear, this is you doing this. Every time this only happens when I'm with you.
Me?
Yes, and look who we have here. The one and only Tom. He finally made it.
I'm here.
An applause for Tom.
My little bro is here.
Great seeing you, Tom. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my God, I feel so honored.
My little bros. I'm older than the both of you, so the happy older sister. Oh, sorry.
Great seeing you, Tom.
Good to be on. Good to be on.
Yeah, I wanna. Let's see. There's a comment she made. I have trouble accepting from others. I have the same problem too. My mom's a Leo, and she always taught me to try to resolve my own problems. They were always supportive, but I have this thing now that it's hard for me to reach out to people for help. I always try to solve my own situations, right? And the reality is, not always we can do that, right? And sometimes it could be exhaustive. We have to be able to network with people around us and accept that, there are moments that we have to reach out for help. There's nothing wrong with that. So I completely understand. Let's see. So Tom, great seeing you. Great seeing you.
No, it's good. It's good to be on here. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
been on your channel, so this is good.
No, you never. And I want to do it in orbit.
Tom.
Yeah, great. Nice to meet you. Oh, by the way, you were talking about bats. I love bats. There's this channel that I follow. It's called Batzilla the Bat, and it's this lady from Australia, I think she is. She rescues bats, and especially like baby bats, bats that get caught like in nets and everything, and she feeds them. It's such a beautiful channel, and I'm actually gonna post the link to the channel because I'm just obsessed. She feeds bananas to the baby bats, and she wraps them like little burritos. It's just beautiful.
Bats are so cute.
So,
Baby burrito
yeah,
bats.
yeah. So please stop by her channel. She has like 15,000 followers. Her videos are amazing. So Tom, I'm gonna put you on the big screen
Oh boy.
if you don't mind. I want to see what decks you brought in.
So I only
What
brought
deck or decks?
one, I think, right now
Uh-huh.
with me. Yeah, I only brought one, which is the Mioims Tarot.
I never seen that.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Ramones
So-
Is it still available?
Yeah, it is expensive. I'm putting that out there. It's even pricier than the book I convinced you to buy. So
Really?
yeah, it's
I'll take a look. I'm sure it's worth it.
Overtime.
Well, we'll see.
it
We'll
is.
see.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr.
Miss Taro D made a comment. Tom,
course you
my
did.
heart just skipped a beat from all this hunkiness.
Right back.
He brought the hunkiness.
No, I did not.
Aspasia says, I'm hooked on the Squirrels at the Window YouTube channel now. Oh my god, I love that channel too. Those two. They're amazing.
This is that.
Let me put you on the big screen. I want to see that. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Ooh.
That's beautiful. I need that.
great deck. I love
bet
this
that
deck.
Allison would like that.
She's a South Korean artist. But the
Oh
deck
my
is
God.
released
Yeah.
by a company in New York. Right? I think they're from New York. Von
Mm.
Zos is the publisher.
Of
All
course,
right.
all the best things
Would you-
come out of New York.
Yeah,
Me included.
it's safe to
Sorry
say
about
that. Could you type the title on the comments so
Yes.
we can people who are interested in it might look into it, including me. All right.
Actually,
And in the meantime,
I can
yeah.
give the link.
the
too.
meet. Oh, super. Okay. Heather, you're such a gifted reader. We
Yeah,
resonate with each other's readings as well. Keep going on. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. I love the way Heather reads. She's very gifted.
There's a
Um,
great song by a band called First Aid Kit. These two young women, they're like Southern, and they have a song called Keep On Keeping On. It's a beautiful song. So I recommend checking them out. Sorry, I can't help it. The
Nice.
music. When someone says something, I hear the song.
Totally. Oh, you didn't disappear on us, Tom. Did you? All right. Let's
It's gonna come
do
back.
another drawing and see who comes up. Let's see.
And the winner is Ange.
Ange, Roots and Waves,
Are you
Ange.
still here?
Oh my God. Are you still here, Ange? If you are, let us know. We'll be more than happy to do a reading for you.
I just read for
Eh.
Ange a couple days ago too. Oh, this is nice.
Spin that wheel. You're here, Ange? Not? No?
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. All right, let's
Excuse, Tom,
do
this
another.
excuses.
Let's do another draw then.
Oh wow, I don't get to
Remember
read Ange tonight.
No, she's
Uh,
not here.
Well, boo.
Remember, if you want a reading, hashtag bones is the entry to be picked up.
And you only have to enter it once because they'll keep you in the,
Yes.
in the drawing. Rosanna.
Ooh.
Rosanna.
Rosie.
Rosanna.
Are you here, Rosie? I think you
Oh,
are.
good question. I think
I don't know.
yep, she was just here a few minutes ago going, woohoo, Tom. Yep, she's here.
All right. Thank you for confirming. Let's see.
So a random pick. So what is the question? What can we learn spiritually to gain strength as bones support the
the
body?
body.
Okay.
You know, because like I was saying, our bones, our skeleton is the support of our physical self. Same thing with the spirit, right? The spirit is the support of our soul. You know,
Yeah.
the spirit, that tenacity that we need every day to be able to move forward and to grow.
Okay. I'm all set if you guys are okay with me going first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me put you on the big screen.
Okay, so Rosanna, not a scary card to start out with, but I was drawn to pull from the Wild Women Rising. And your card is Embrace the Internal Mother. So, girl, you need to start nurturing yourself more. Embracing that nurturing, that spirit, especially with spiritual. But to just make sure that you are nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. And this is a great message, too, for all of us during this time when we're dealing with the weather disasters in our country, the political climate, everything that's going around the world, everything kind of really coming at us and hitting us, to make sure that we all take time to mother ourselves, to nurture especially our spiritual self, because a lot of us find our connection to spirit is through us, um, and to make sure that we stay spiritually strong to get us through difficult moments, which will lead perfectly into your cards from the Ethereal deck. So, Rossi, I got the Tower card, and in this deck, it's not falling apart. Um, in the process, for me, I'm seeing that it's in the process of it's been rebuilt. So, whatever that you have gone through recently, in the recent past, I don't think it's at right now in this moment, but I feel like it's a recent past. But you know how you rebuilt this tower, sweetheart? Because you are a page of wands, you were able to grab that wand, grab that situation, that desire, that passion, that motivation to rebuild, to improve. You tapped in that creative side of yourself. For me, with this here, it lit a fire. This tower, lit that fire, and that burns within you, and you are passionate about exploring new avenues. You're motivated. You're Whoa, the word intoxicated just came to my mind, and I don't know I ever say intoxicated, but I don't mean like alcohol intoxicated. It's like you are just so impassioned about so many things that you want to do, or you have an idea of what you want to do. So that was interesting how that came out with those two cards. And from my Hush Tarot, I did get the Temperance. So a lot of this is going to be about balancing. So after that Tower, grabbing onto that Wands and really starting to move forward, getting motivated again, staying focused on what it is that you want to explore. So finding that balance. The crow that she's taken off that mask. The crows are so intelligent. They are like the ravens, a part of the mystery of magic. So it's tapping into that inner magic and finding the balance with that, singing your true song. Um, just recently walking away, this could very well go with the Tower. The Eight of Cups, putting that big girl hat on. You got that big, beautiful barn owl next to you. And that bird is full of wisdom. And that's the wisdom that stands behind you or guides you and guards you as you're moving forward with that confidence to start the spiritual journey to something better. And the other two cards I have is what I think is partially initiating it, or you don't want to get too caught up in it, because these are all cup cards, Rosanna. So this is very spiritual. This is very emotional. This is just really taking a look at um, basically what's left emotionally after that Tower moment and you rebuilding. I have the Four of Cups, and it's that typical is that apathy. It's like not being happy. It's usually that cup, the card with the cups, and you have one being handed to you, but you don't really see the others. But just kind of putting on the bunny ears. I love the bunnies because rabbits are very tender. They can be very skittish, but they are very keen. Their sense of hearing, there's another, again, sense organ of sound, vibration, um, moving past that apathy and wanting something more. You weren't happy with what was in the past, and you're moving something more. You're moving out of that energy. And the other cup card is I have the Six of the Nostalgia, and again we have the rabbits, so or the hares, excuse me. And so making sure that as you're moving forward, allow the nostalgia to kind of support you and to bring good memories, but don't let that nostalgia pull you back into that what looks like emotional drain. Make sure that you're moving forward, tapping into remembering what emotionally makes you happy, connecting again with your higher self, and with that wands card, and just maintaining that balance between the water and the fire. That's a lot of steam, so just direct that steam like an engine and just push yourself forward as you move on this new spiritual journey. And I hope that resonated with you, Rosanna, and I'm all set.
All
Hello?
right,
Oh,
awesome.
I was like, hello.
I'm here. I'm gonna go now because my message connects with some of the things that you mentioned. Um, so you got the tower, and the tower, it's a foundational change. It's a groundbreaking change. Um, and you talked also of a lot of cards that you got were cups. Cups
Hmm.
is represented by water, emotions. I got the death card reversed, and the death card, it ties up into a lot of things that you said, right? Because the death card typically talks about change, right? It talks about the end of something, letting go of of situations that don't no longer serve us, right? It talks about cycles, something that ends, something that begins. But in reverse is something totally different, right? It talks about stagnation. It talks about resisting change, which is part of the topic that you were talking before. It's about repeating patterns. So this is a message from the universe to keep in check that situation you might be going through, holding on to things that no longer serve you. What's interesting is the death card is ruled by Scorpio, and Scorpio is a water sign. So it's about moving away from those situational things that you're holding on to that don't serve you, right? So the message of this card is stagnation, and it's an invitation to move on, to let go of patterns that don't serve you, and just go ahead. Second card I pulled is the Heart for Lenormand. And this is a card that talks about emotions, right? Those feelings, that part of ourself that vibrates, and you know, part of our passions. So it's an invitation to move on and search what in reality you want, with passion, with your instinct, with your intuition. Just use that passion as a fuel to move ahead in your daily life. Third card I pulled, and this is interesting because I originally pulled one card and two came out, and they're actually one related to the other. And it's from the Oracle, and it says observe. So this is a card that talks about learning. So this is an invitation to go ahead, learn from your experiences, but every day learn spiritual, in the spiritual sense, maybe in the physical realm, in the intellectual realm. And what's interesting is that there's 7 butterflies here, and 7 is a number that talks about challenges, responsibility, personal development. So again, this is a card that talks about learning. So that's the message that I got from this. And the fourth card that jumped with this one is kind of related to it too. It's vision. So again,
Ooh, that's cool.
related with observing, but more than anything too is having vision of future plans, seeing things through. So the overall message here is moving away from stagnation, following your heart, things that you like with passion, an invitation to grow, and connecting with the divine realm to enhance your vision on how to move forward in situations. And that's what I got for you. And we will have a reading now by the awesome Tom. I'm so looking forward to this.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're doing an
And
Allison.
There you go.
she's saying this year is about learning. I'm a 7 life party and a 7 personal.
Oh,
Yeah,
7
that's
like
interesting.
that. Yeah. Pat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mr. Tom, your turn.
I said all the really important, really like beneficial stuff already in my muted part, but no.
That was quick.
No, what I was saying was honestly, it's surprising how much of a continuation, honestly, this is from what you both were reading. So, and I'm glad that I went last because I feel like this also sits just past the tower moment and all of that. So the first card I pulled 3 cards from the Mioims. And I promise there's a skull at some point, Ramon, so don't get mad. First card I pulled was the Knight of Wands. I look at this, and to me, it's you're standing there, stoic, prepared. You're ready. You're ready to take on whatever you need to take on. You've been through your journey. Spiritually, it's you've been through it. You're ready. And you're resilient, and you're just ready to take it all head on. You're armed and you are just ready to go. The second card that I pulled was this is where it gets a little confusing. So it's a 7 of Hearts. In this deck, hearts are pentacles. So to me, this is about that the work is done. You've done the work. It's reiterating the Knight that you just saw. It's saying everything's there, but I think what this is symbolizing to me is that there's going to be some slow growth to this. It's related to the physical realm, and I think, but ultimately, what it is that it's going to take longer for your results to show up. The results from your spiritual growth. It's going to take a little bit to manifest into the earthly space. That's what I'm getting from this card. It's a slow process. It's going to be there, and it's going to come, and you're ready for it. And the last card that I pulled is the Knight of Cups. So I found it interesting. You have 2 knights bookending this. And this Knight of Cups, he's looking back. I think again speaks to that nostalgia that was brought up earlier by Heather originally. It's speaking to me about something creative that you're doing. It's telling me to not forget, because he's looking back. I would say he's saying to not forget what you went through and remember how it made you grow, but remember that you are 100% ready to take on whatever it is you need to take on. So that's what I got.
I love that animal bone.
Yeah,
Her in her hand.
that was great. That was great. And that night card was beautiful. And it's interesting because, again, you got a 7 right there. And you got the heart. And the heart, it represents emotion. It's totally associated with the Suit of Cups. So there is a theme here of sevens, of emotion, of growth, of change. So that is the message right here. It's an invitation to grow, to accept change, to let go of stagnation, and one of in the emotional realm as well, because we're talking about cups. And like I mentioned, 7 is about personal responsibility, it's about challenges, it's about growth. And Rossi was saying, I think so, Tom. It's slow. I'm a bit impatient,
Yeah.
but I know it will eventually manifest. It will manifest.
It will. It will.
And I was wondering if
You
I
have
could
to
add-
accept.
Oh, sorry.
Totally. No. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, everybody. I didn't
Cat
know I was
butt.
going to do that.
Oh,
Cat butt.
that's what you wanted to share? Cat butt?
Oh, God, no. Sorry. So, Rosie, I
Oh.
just wanted to look up the because Jeremy has a very interesting perspective on his cards, and this one just kept looking at me and staring a freaking hole into me. And I wanted to. Oh my God, Mozzie. So it just says here, this card indicates that you are seeing the world as a dried up husk with its dull browns. Unmotivated by the current situation, you need to look deep within yourself to find understanding and meaning. And I love that. But you have started the process of that because you got that page of wands, and the pages, but the wands are about energy and motivation and moving forward. So, yeah, okay, I'm going to have to move the cat, but I just wanted to share that with you, Rosanna. All right, come on, get down. You can't be no, you stay right there. Stay right there.
Kitty wants its moment too. You have to get a kitty cam.
Oh my goodness, that would cost more.
That'll be awesome. Just a little cam for the kid. Nah, we'll find a space here. Every time we go live, we'll do a kitty cam. How about that?
There you
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's pick our next person. So
Victim.
we are at 1 hour and 24 minutes. Are we good?
Oh, I'm fine.
We're just getting started.
go. Exactly.
All right.
It's going to turn this into an Insomniac show.
There you go.
There you go.
I got nowhere to go tomorrow.
Great, Rossi.
Bora
Bora.
333. She just got here and she has already a reading for her. That's awesome. All right. Let's pull some cards for you.
Oh wow, Janet. I haven't read for you in a while. Her name is Janet.
Janet.
Yes.
Damn it, Janet.
Janet.
I love you.
What? Wait a minute. What song is that?
Rocky Horror.
That's from Rocky Horror.
Cure?
Rocky Horror.
Oh right. Oh. Speaking of the we were just down in North Tonawanda today, and at the Riviera Theater. I think it's next weekend. They're hosting the Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Riviera. It's so weird how you said that. And then boom, I saw that. today.
Interesting. Look at that.
I absolutely hate that movie, but except for a few parts. There are a few. Tom's going to shut the camera off. I do like.
No, that's an
Warp.
awesome.
It's the only musical I
classic.
really like.
I do like the time warp. Let's do the time warp. Hello, Maruta.
Hey, Maru.
Hola, Maruta. I'm in the right spot.
always in the right
And-
spot, Maruda.
And Rossi's comment is still on the screen, just to let you know, Ramon. Because
Okay.
we are reading for Janet. This is a
Mhm.
general reading. Janet, it's what is the question that's scrolling along the bottom. What can we learn spiritually to gain strength? Just as bones support the body.
Yes.
Miss Tarot D is still here.
Oh my
The whole
God!
gang's
Really?
here.
Yeah.
I love
She's
this.
waiting for her reading.
I
She's
grew
not
up
winning.
on that show. As someone said, it's rigged.
Oh my God. It's not rigged.
I don't want to say who's that.
Oh, God, hopefully we won't ever have to say him again.
Hmm.
I just came close to saying something I really shouldn't say, but anywho.
It's a good card.
I don't have none of my skulls popped up in this. I should pull something from a skull. We want to keep Ramon happy.
Good night,
Gotta
Karen.
stay within the rules.
Bye, Karen.
Great seeing you. All right, who wants to start?
I'm nowhere near ready, so
Okay, are you ready, Heather?
Mm-mm.
No? All right, I am ready, so I'll go first.
a rear treat,
So-
Mr. Howard.
We have to
There's
have
a little
Maruta
Freudian
read with
slip
us
here.
one day.
Yeah, I
That
did
would
with
be
Mr. Howard.
phenom.
So I pulled 3 cards for you. The first card I have is Justice. And Justice is a card that talks about balance, right? It talks about equilibrium, truth, responsibility. But here the message is, what lesson can you learn? Is trying to find balance in your life. Balance, the Justice is an air card. It's associated with Libra. And this is a card that, as we know, air is associated with mental processes, right? With logic. So this is an invitation to find balance in the mental level, right? Sometimes we have our minds clogged with, memories, sometimes negative message towards ourselves. There's an invitation to clear that, right? To follow your heart and grow, but more than anything, find that center to be able to find harmony in everything around your life. The second card I pulled, and this is interesting to me because it's somehow associated with it, it talks about anxiety. So going back to the mental processes of air, this card, I don't know, it's kind of like an acknowledgement that you might be going through some anxiety at this moment, might be situations. Again, we see like the bats coming out of the head and the plants. So it might be acknowledging that there is a situation, something causing you that sense of anxiety. And it goes back to this, it's finding that balance in the mental sense. And how you do this, just centering yourself, meditation, journaling, connecting with the divine realm, meditation more than anything, following your heart, and listening to the messages and those clues that the universe is giving you. And that's the third card I got. It's listen. Listen to your heart, listen to the positive messages that you get as well. Not everything in your mind is negative. Listen to the positive side of everything, because that's what's going to propel you, give you strength to move forward, right? It all comes down to centering yourself and finding balance, and everything will fall in harmony. That's what I got for you. All right, who's ready? You're both muted, I think.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, now you're muted. Now you're muted, Heather.
Now I am.
All right.
So,
All right.
Janet, I pulled from the Hush Tarot, and I have a very interesting card in within what I pulled that was similar this is about balance as well, like Ramon had gotten. You got, I think Ramon, you had the Justice. I ended up getting the Chariot in your cards, but I'm going to start from the beginning because I really am going to refer to the Hush Tarot because I love the nuances that Jeremy adds to his cards. So for the Seven of Swords, you get the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords to start right out is about some sort of deception and betrayal. So when we talk about what can we learn spiritually to gain strength is to um, learn from those moments of deception, of betrayal, things that have happened to us in the past, but to make sure that we don't allow things that we're hoping to hold on to kind of as like a self sort of deception, if that makes sense. Um, this is a starling. And I was hoping that he would add a little bit more. Like the starling, you have flashy color appeal, but your ways are deceptive and bullying. Be aware of how you treat others. So I'm not saying that this is you. I'm saying that this is the energy that is surrounding you, that's coming towards you, or is within your energy right now, within your present moment. Next card I got is the Queen of Swords. No, actually, no, the Queen of Cups. I'm sorry. They put, the little pointies on this on here. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who's very nurturing. He's a little bird up there roosting in her crown. But look at that gaze. So she is letting you know that she's emotionally available. She is nurturing. She is intuitive, and she has. I like the crown too with the bird sitting where our higher chakras are, our connection to spirit. So she's intuitively in touch with her intuition, which I feel is you. So I feel that you can see this, that you know that this is in your periphery. It's kind of like the bird is flying around you, and the nest. It's full of all those keys to unlocking what you already intuitively know, emotionally know on emotional level to be correct, if that makes sense. Then I did get the Chariot, and the Chariot in his deck, the horse is kind of broken, it's falling apart a little bit, but she is still in control. She is in charge. This horse has been put together by all sorts of different pieces, and it is moving through basically the remnants of the past. You have the skull here, you have the old toys, the tin soldiers. You're rising above, you're taking control, and you're moving forward, even though the horse is missing its leg. It's still, you are in control. Um, you are in control of your destiny. You are in control of how this situation is going to play out. um, you have that balance there, and you're rising above, and you're moving over like the battlefield, the remnants of what no longer serves you. And the card on the bottom of overall energy I did get is the Six of Swords. And typically this is a card you see, going across, the river in a boat towards the other side. And this one here, it's a little bit different, and it's going again with, that deception card. But you knowing what is underneath. I mean, these are pariah. The waters can be choppy, they're very dangerous, but you are entrusting, even within this half a boat. Um, you're looking at the past, you're moving forward, but you're looking at the past, and make sure that when you're moving forward, that's you're leaving that, and that you're not being okay, this is how I'm going to say it. It's, you're looking at the past, okay, but you're not like being drawn to it. You're not like, you're looking at it, and it's going, instead of looking at the upcoming land, which is, yes, it's positive, but here you're actually physically looking at the past, even with all this underneath, and knowing that you're still moving to something better because you are in control. And I just pulled a couple of cards from the Lunatic Lenormand. You are going through something, honey. There's the suffering, there's the pain. This is also can be kind of seen as, as a death and a rebirth card too, because of the cemetery. But you also have something beautiful coming. So as you're leaving the past behind, you have the pain there, the suffering, but use that as a strength. Use that as a spiritual strength to move forward. And you got the stork, the beautiful animals that are about fertility, creativity, new beginnings. Um, and look at the little butterflies too at the bottom. Again, transformation, death and rebirth. So just keep your course, and that's what I have for you. Ramon, you're muted.
Awesome. No, I'm not.
Well, you were. I thought
Hey,
that.
you just enjoy saying that. I was praying to the universe. No, I wasn't. I was muted. Um, that was awesome. And I'm gonna have Tom now.
Yes. So, I've been interesting reading here. So, it's a journey, I think. The first card I pulled was the Star. Sorry.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah, this was
That
a-
is
this was a-
really nice.
Different.
yeah, I loved it. This is one of my favorite decks of all time. This I thought was an interesting card. The Star card is very different in this deck in some ways than in other decks, but ultimately I don't think it is too off. What I'm seeing with this card specifically in this reading is that I'm thinking that because you're turned and looking back, this is something you're looking within yourself. This is a card about renewal, new hope and beginning to some extent. But you're listening to yourself, or this should be about listening to yourself. What I find interesting is that the star in this is really showing up in basically where the throat chakra is. So to me, it's about communication as well there. So it really is, I feel, about the way that you are potentially communicating with yourself or understanding what you're trying to say to yourself. The next card that I pulled was the Four of Hearts. Now remember,
Ooh.
hearts in this deck are pentacles. So again, it's quite literally, this is you're keeping it all close to the chest. I'm not. I think there's something that you've been thinking about, or that you're concerned about, that you're holding back. You're holding. You want it to be reserved. You want to keep it to yourself. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I think it's time that you start to move on, because the next card that I pulled is the Fool. And to me, it's telling me that you're ready. You're ready for your journey. You're ready to begin whatever it is that you're holding back. I think two majors in this, small 3-card reading, I think is quite telling. And I think that they're both about, like, honestly, like, hope and starting this journey. You need to take the leap that you need to take. The other thing that I find really interesting about this set of cards is that each one of them, there we go. In each one of them, it's about obfuscation. You're hiding your face, your heart. Like I said, you feel like you're not quite ready to share what's really going on with you. But the Fool is telling me that you are 100% ready. And what's interesting, when I pulled the Fool card out, the next card came with it, like accidentally pulled 2. So I'm going to tie it together, and it's the Page of Wands. It's like like, I don't know what else needs to be said to tell you, like, you just need to do what you need to do. you're ready. Whatever you've been thinking about, just it's yours to do. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was gonna say something too. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ramon.
No, go ahead, Heather.
Okay.
I
I
insist.
just want Tom, the picture with the star. Can you lift that up again? I want
I was gonna talk about that too.
to
but-
share something. When I was learning my Reiki, all those years ago, I was doing a Reiki crystal class, and we were given a crystal to put exactly right there because that star spot is the connection to one of your higher selves, to one of the higher dimensions within. It was like it was connected to. It was like called the casual chakra, if I remember correctly. We used pyrite for that. So it's interesting, pyrite kind of being like a sun's crystal, but that's the star. I thought
And
that was
pyrite's one of my
really
favorites.
and so the pyrite, that was what we were given in our little crystal bags, and that helps you to connect from here up into, again, another higher part of source. I just, when I saw that, it was like the casuals, shot, and boom, it just took me to my all those, like, over 15 years ago. So I just wanted to share that. So that's an extra connection to spirit, and your
That's great.
ability to
Yeah.
manifest.
Which
Mhm.
I mean, I think makes sense for the star.
Can you keep that card back again? So I like that card a lot too, because the way I read it was, the star, it represents renewal, miracles, hope, and a lot of the times, even though it's not in our sight, it's closer to us more than we think, right? Because you see the star in the back of her neck, she can't see it, but it's right there. So this is to keep in mind that the miracles, the change, the renewal, the hope is there. You might not see it at the moment, but it's right there. It's right behind you. So keep a positive mentality. Connect with the spiritual realm. I always say that because I feel it's our biggest support. But more than anything, just keep in mind that as the star represents, there is faith, there is hope, there is miracles on your way right next to you. That's what we got for you. That's a beautiful deck, actually.
It is. It's a great
It's
deck.
interesting
And
that the hearts are
it's-
considered pentacles.
you haven't even gotten to my favorite cards in this.
Yeah.
deck, so I'm hoping they'll pop up because I want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Hearts are pentacles. That's the direct association. When I read with playing cards, hearts, because it's the emotion. It represents the suit of cups. Like
Yeah.
the spades represents swords. Diamonds represent pentacles, because diamonds are
Yeah.
encrusted in earth.
That's a
And
beautiful
and
deck.
what else?
And, Ange would like to know again, Tom, what is that deck?
It is the
So does Rossi.
Neo Im's Tarot.
Mio
It's a
Im's
stealth
Tarot. He posted
it's a
the
stealth dream
link
artist.
to go
Yeah.
directly to get it.
Yeah,
And,
It's
she does amazing
it's
work.
pricey. It is pricey.
It's very pricey. And I got the special
Yeah.
edition of it too, which is what I was looking for, but I have no
Is it
idea
over
where I put it.
100?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
120.
No,
120.
120.
Oh, okay. I thought it was good.
120.
Plus shipping. Because God forbid you pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get free shipping.
And Janet said that
So,
she was
Heather-
making- Oh, sorry.
We can get it. Just we'll save $10 every month, and in a
No.
year we'll get $120 and
No,
buy it.
I'm relocating next year.
It'll hurt
$10
less.
is gonna go into my
This one hurt. When I bought this was the most expensive singular deck that I ever bought.
Oh, thank you, Ange. She put the
And-
link in the chat for everybody.
Yes.
Ange is the link queen.
It's
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, she's very supportive,
She called
and
herself the link
yeah.
whore one time. I was like, Ange. But I love Ange's.
and
name.
clubs are wands. Yeah, this is what I was talking. Clubs are wands. Yeah, in
Yeah.
playing cards. That's the direct association. So, Ange wasn't here when we called her because apparently she got a pizza right at that moment.
Oh, I
The
love
universe
it.
conspired with pizza. The forces conspired with pizza
Yeah.
for a reading, but because she's been so supportive in all of our channels and all our lives, as an admin, and posting links, etc. We're gonna do a reading for her. All
I
right, we're gonna give
refuse.
you credit of a reading.
I refuse.
No, you don't get. No, well, if
Only if she shares some.
I was
of
gonna.
the pizza.
I was gonna say only if I can get a slice.
Oh yes. What kind of pizza is it, by the way? I'm intrigued. What kind of pizza is it?
I love a veggie pizza with sweet sauce.
Hmm.
There's only one
Sometimes
kind
I
of
like
pizza.
to put ground beef on it, but Ramon, you didn't hear that.
Nah,
Just plain pizza. Plain pizza. There's no other pizza,
plain pizza.
other than plain
No,
pizza
why would you want to eat something plain?
because it's
Boy.
perfection.
What I mean, the crust and tomato
And
With
cheese.
You just want
What do you mean?
cheese.
and
That's fine.
cheese
A normal
pizza.
slice.
Cheese
A
pizza,
normal
that's all
cheese
you
pizza.
want.
There's only one kind of
Uh-huh.
pizza.
I like tomatoes and black olives and mushrooms and peppers, green peppers.
I don't even want to know what a
Yeah.
Canadian is. And that's scary. That's
Oh, that's probably like
like
Canadian
maple syrup or
ham
something.
and stuff. Yeah, sausage. Uh-oh, Ramon, because we're talking about meat. Oh, so Ange, spiritually strength. Ooh, Tom, it's just you and I.
Wow, really is.
What can we learn spiritually?
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Shh. He's back. We gotta stop talking about it.
So it's
said only good
pepperoni,
things.
bacon crumble, sliced mushrooms, and pizza mozzarella is a Canadian.
Oh, pizza mozzarella.
Mm.
We have bacon today.
You know something that I find interesting? I'm a vegetarian, so my pizza option is either red or cheese pizza. But every time I order pizza for my associates at work, I order cheese and pepperoni. And everybody ends up eating the cheese, even like the meat eaters. A lot of people don't like the pepperonis.
Yeah.
They eat
they always
my
want you to
cheese
order it.
pizzas.
But they always want you to order it, and
Huh?
then they end up eating your pizza. It's annoying.
Exactly. Yes.
I used to have the problem all the time too.
Okay.
Oh, and
it's
I
not
love
just
the
me.
cards I have for you.
It's the most frustrating thing. It's like, oh, I want like buffalo chicken, I want pepperoni, I want blah blah blah, blah. And then like literally just eat all. I eat nothing else other than regular cheese pizza, and that's all
Mhm.
they'll come and eat. And it's like, thanks.
Yes.
You know, whether it's just cheese or not, if it's a slice of pizza, I ain't going to refute it. I love my pizza, especially pizza pies. So I'm all set for Ange, and I
Okay.
love this.
And I like the cars I got as well. But I'm gonna let you go first, Heather.
Well, oh, thank you. That's Tom.
Mm-hmm.
We switched, we switched consciousness. You look at those like Freaky Friday. Hey, it is Friday. Freaky Fridays. Tom can be me, and I can be Tom.
It's Friday. That's true. I don't know. It feels like a Thursday to me.
Yeah.
Feels like midweek.
And it's a long Friday it's a long weekend for me, so I'm excited.
Oh, very cool.
There you go.
Very, very cool. So
Well deserved.
Girl, it's you and your trinkets. I pulled this out and I saw her bowl with all her little goodies in it. All I could think of was, oh my god, it's Ange and her trinkets. And look at that. Ooh, she's in leather. Look at that. Or fake leather. We'll say pleather for
Pleather.
She's all dressed in pleather. But Ange, you got the big, curly hair. So girl, this is your supermodel self. But I think it's the F, and this is the Theban alphabet for F. And but this card, it's about luck, opportunity, or abundance. And that just goes really nice with a couple of the other ones I got from my lunatic Lenormand. But what I love, it says here, opportunities are important milestones that are important for your personal improvement and success. And right now, you have just been really killing it with taking good care of yourself. You've dropped so much weight. I'm so proud of you. The exercise, the walking, your channel. You're just really starting to come into your own again and blossoming your channel. I did get from the Lunatic Lenormand the bear card, and the bear is about strength, but it's also about mothering and nurturing. So not only are you a wonderful mother to your boys, but you're also very how do I say this? You show them what a strong woman can be. You stand in your strength, and you're very protective of your boys, your family, yourself, um, and everything that you have worked and build on. um, it's, it's that past that we all have our past, and for you it's that bear coming out of, well, this one you can say coming out of hibernation because they would be a lot thinner, but the bear is really about, again, that motherhood, that strength. Some people see it kind of as a financial card as well. Um, but for me, with you, it's just that strong sense of mothering, protective energy. And the next card I have that goes well with that, with the strength and the health, is the tree card. And the trees are about health. They are about ancestry, our genetics. And for me too, trees are about being rooted, and of course, roots and waves. There's the waves in her hair. There's your waves, and here's your roots. So being really grounded in, again, with your health. Um, and I love this card because it shows how beautiful, because a lot of people in my art community, they're like, oh, I don't like going out and doing plein air during the winter because there's nothing on the trees. There's nothing to paint or draw. What do you mean? Look at the beautiful branches. It shows how beautiful it is when leaves fall, when they let go and the trees stand there barren, and they show their core, they show their inner branches. They're fully exposed, and they show how beautiful and strong and resilient, even in winter and in rough weather, that they are, just like the bear. And for me too, it feels fit also with the Lenormands. I feel very much like it's family health and genetics, yes, but it also feels kind of like family tree as well, connecting with your spiritual roots, with your acknowledging your ancestors. And so moving through with the health and being strong, and moving forward, I got the abundance card again, the blessings, the abundance, the prosperity, all the success, just everything coming to fruition. And at the bottom of the deck, I got the rebirth card. So you're going through again this rebirth, renewing yourself, your health, your channel, reestablishing yourself, re reinventing yourself. And I think that's beautiful, and that's what I have for you, Ange.
All right, that was awesome. Do you want to go ahead, Tom?
Yeah, I can go.
All right.
So right off the bat, I'm just gonna I did a 3-card reading for you, Ange. All wands. So just
Ooh.
leave that out there. Right? It's an all wands reading. It's telling me something. It's telling me that it's about strength. It's about the expansion of energy. Shit's about to cook. Let's be real. So I think first card I pulled is the 5 of Wands. This is, there's conflict. This is, the figure is sitting here. They're stagnant. They are. There's a lot of internalized tension that is ready to break out. It's materializing. It's ready to move forward. It's tired of being stagnant and inside you. It's about moving forward, really. And with that, a next card I pulled was the Queen of Wands. This is telling me that you're ready to move forward. You're ready to move forward with in the actions that you need to. You're inspired. Uh, you're healthy. You have vitality. The black bones being present also tells me that you're aware of the shadow side of this, that you need to be aware of, but you're nurturing You know how to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. You're ready for the action you're about to take, really. And I mean, Eight of Wands. Let's. Is there anything that's more about movement forward, like just more actionable than an Eight of Wands? It's you need to act on it. You need to. I see you say that you're aware of the shadow and you're working through it, and you are. And it's time to get that moving even more. Turn it up a notch. Is what I'm getting from this. Light that fire that needs to be lit. I mean, it's there. It's already lit. It's already breaking out. It's growing and building within you. You've been doing the work, so you know what you need to do. That's all I have.
Awesome. All right. So it's my turn, and I pulled 3 cards for you. And the first card is the Two of Blades, which is the Two of Swords. And in the Rider-Waite, it's that lady who's blindfolded holding 2 swords, right? So it's that mental conflict, is that indecision, right? But at the same time, it's a message about looking inwards when analyzing your situation, right? It's there's the moon in Libra. So the moon, it's talks about following your intuition, but Libra is also a sign about balance, right? It's merging those 2 forces, the emotional, the mental, into being able to see beyond, more past the senses, right? So this is about looking inwards and trying to find that balance, which, as I mentioned, swords represent in the mental level. But at the same time, I feel that this is sort of like a double message. Interesting, because it's 2 as well. This as well, I feel, is an invitation to expand your divination capabilities, right? It's about growing those gifts that you have. It's looking inwards and tapping into the spiritual skills that you have to expand. 2 is a number of expansion. So, and why do I say that? Because the second card I got is it's called Tasseography, which is a form of divination that I love. This is tasseomancy. And I feel that the message here is for you to search answers in the universe, for divination, but more than anything, to expand those capabilities and explore other forms of divination to be able to grow spiritually and share with people. I feel that you have a lot of amazing spiritual gifts, especially in divination, and this is just an invitation to expand them, to find other forms that might resonate with you and learn from. And the third card I pulled is called Awaken. And again, we see here the theme of the 2s, right? And the moon. So this is about expansion. You see the plants here, they represent growth. The moon, which is intuition, spirituality. So the overall message that I'm getting here is looking inwards and expanding your spiritual gifts, right? Using your intuition, grow in it, to be able to expand, to use it for personal benefit, but also at the same time to share with others and help others in their life paths. So that's what I got for you.
Nice.
All right. And Tom took a recess, I guess. Maybe he went to the restroom.
So now we can talk about him
so-
without being here. Just kidding.
Yes. showing off with that $120 deck, right? Just making us salivate
I can
and
see
not being
Allison
able to
going,
get it.
Hell no. No. No.
Yeah.
I don't like
And
that.
Ange, yeah, Ange says, "Wow, yes,
Yes,
Ramon.
beautiful.
Thank you so much. Deeply resonates all of your readings. Thank you very much. Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
Rosanna said that there was a tornado that hit several miles from her house. So you're in South
Oh, I'm
Florida,
sorry.
Rosanna? Oh my God. Well, that's Rossi. I'm sorry, content Rosanna. I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea, sweetheart. Oh my God.
Yeah, several miles from
So
my
many
house.
people
We
we
were
know.
blessed. It wasn't.
Wow.
Yes, I'm sorry. We're sending you positive vibes your way and a lot of strength because it's not an easy situation. I mean, it's just I just can't imagine how
I have an
stressful it is.
artist friend that lives in Florida too, and I had to reach out to him. Are you and the cat okay? And he's like, yeah, even my plant
Hmm.
survived, so I'm good. I'm like, okay.
Good night, Miss
Oh,
Haroldy.
night,
Thank you
Miss
for
Carol
staying
D.
through
Mwah.
these 2 hours. It's been 2 hours already.
Wow.
Are we good for a few more readings?
Yeah.
Yeah, couple. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It's Friday. What the hell? All right. Let's pull
Friday, I'm in love. Right, Tom?
Yeah, exactly.
Ramon's like, what is
Pink
it?
Dove. Pink Dove. I'm sorry.
Oh, we didn't see the
Where
little.
it's
Aw, we don't get to
yeah.
witness the suspense.
I think he cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Pink
Pink
Dove,
Dove
are you still
55.
here?
Are you here?
Ooh, look at that. Is that Kali? Oh, I think that's Kali in her picture.
That's Shiva, isn't it?
Oh, Shiva.
That's Shiva.
Okay, my
Hmm.
bad. Yep, she's here. Pink Dove.
Oh, there.
Ooh, my hand went right for the ethereal.
Oh yes. All right. Super. Thank you for hanging by. Thank you for staying with us all this long.
Yeah.
And thank you for the mods and everybody, supporting us,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
especially with the links.
Your love,
Yeah.
yeah, your love and your energy is always amazing. That's what feeds these readings.
Oh, she says,
All
love
right.
you guys. We love you too.
Oh, there we go. 78 card pickup. I'll be right back.
Oh, no. You can't take Tom anywhere. He drops his cards, disappears. I know what he's doing when he goes off the screen. Just kidding.
He gets sassy. He's like the male version of Miss Heraldry, I feel.
Oh my God, they're hysterical in chat. Could you imagine?
You know, I can still hear you guys.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Cosmic Orphan came in and the same with him? And oh my God.
Oh my God.
Those two. So let me see what I got here. Okay, I'm ready for Pink Dove.
Okay, let me put you on the big screen after I pull my third card. All right, Miss Heather, the platform is all yours.
And I've been grabbing a couple. I might still grab a few more from another deck, but let's see what we have here. So, Pink Dove, I think this is the first time I've read for you. The first card that I have for you, with spiritual, I like looking at Ramon's question as it goes by. So, okay, what can we learn spiritually to gain strength? And I got the World card. And so, if you think about the world in relation to the bones that support the body, the world is the bones of our mother, of the Earth Mother, the crystals, the trees, the roots, the animals. We all make up the skeletal system. She is our bounty, our source. And what can we learn spiritually to gain strength is knowing that things that we have gone through, I think with you recently, that has come for full circle, has given you this beautiful foundation of being able to move upward. And to me, this feels very much like the world tree, the connection to earth, to spirit. And here we are in the middle. And that beautiful connection. Um, Lots of things coming full circle, closure. It's the end of the fool's journey. So it's where you're at the end of one and now we're starting another. I'm not sure if you're thinking about maybe pursuing something new spiritually or continuing on advancing up into another a spiritual path or level in your spirituality. So I did get the Queen of Swords next, and the Queen of Swords is very much about communication. She's nurturing, but at the same time, she's kind of almost like the tough love kind of. She looks at things very analytically, very practical, very communication. So she's all about thought and study and thinking. And so it feels like now with the completion of the world, it's like, okay, what can I explore now to further develop my spiritual um, practice or understanding or okay or ritual. I'm not sure what your spiritual belief systems are or religious, but it feels like it's time to kind of like re-examine. You're in a position of re-examining where you are spiritually, and that leads right into with the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is about the introspection, the going within, especially this time of year with the veils being so thin. This is where we really can tune into the earth. The earth is slowing down, things are quieting down a bit. We're able to, it's more of a hush to the air, to nature, where we can get into that mindset and connect with more spirit. You know, they say that the veils are thin, but I think a lot of times it's just, you know, we're more easy to, it's we're more capable of reaching other dimensions. They're closer to us. I guess you can still call that the veil, but I digress. But there's still that thinning. There's that more of that longing to connect, our ancestors coming through. So I feel like this is a time of deep meditation, self-reflection, and the overall energy that I got at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups, new emotional beginnings, celebrations, artistic abilities. For me, it feels like once you go through the process of, you know, re-examining the Hermit and introspection, um, you'll get this beautiful sense of overwhelming emotions. You'll feel much more connected. You'll kind of, it's almost kind of like an epiphany, and be more in connection with your intuition. um, Dipping into your cup, see how far. And okay, so something just jumped into my mind saying cup, and I'm thinking about water being the cup. I don't know if you scry, but the word scrying just popped into my head. So maybe that might be a part of your practice or something you might be interested in. So I will end there. So thank you.
All right, that was awesome. Tom, are you ready? Are you ready, Tom?
No, I am not ready yet. So if you can.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead then. So I pulled 3 cards for you. The first card is from the suit of coins, which is the suit of pentacles, is the Queen of Coins. And this is a card that talks about independence, abundance, beauty, prosperity. So I feel that the message here is it's an invitation to try to be more independent in the physical realm, maybe financially, but it's a card also that invites you to see things in perspective, always with a point of view of abundance, right? Don't approach things from I don't have this, I can't do this. Always think in abundance. So it's an invitation to change your mind and your vision towards something possible, to manifest abundance in your life. The second card I got is called the Horseshoe, and this is a reinterpretation of the Rider from Lenormand. This is figure number 1, and this is the writer talks about messages, something coming your way, good news, right? So it seems that it's something very positive, some refreshing news, something that will help you in a current situation that you have to be able to feel freer, right? And it could be related to this, right? It could be good news in the financial sense. It could be good news in terms of health, something in the material realm, right? But also the horseshoe represents protection from the universe. So keep in mind that you are always supported, guided, and protected by the universe in all your decisions. And the third card is called Beginning. And this is about growth. This is about a cycle that closes and a new one that opens, right? And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the Empress. And the Empress, back again, it takes me like to this card, to the Queen of Pentacles. So it's about growth, it's about abundance, it's about manifestation. So again, the message here is always project abundance, growth, and and connection, with yourself, being grounded, but at the same time connected with the spiritual realm, and always manifest big things coming to your life. That's what I got for you.
And she
All
says,
right.
Empress is my card. Very cool.
There you go. There you go. And the Queen of Coins to me is, I'm sorry, let me put myself back again up. To me, the Queen of Coins is like the Empress of the Minor Arcana, because that's what it represents to me. It's that abundance, it's that connection to earth. And that's what the Pentacles represent. So this is sort of like an Empress, and connected with this card where again, to beginning, I get the Empress energy. So it's growth, it's abundance. Always manifest that in your life. All right, Tom. She says thank you. I have tear in my eyes. Yeah. I mean, it's a message from the universe for you.
Okay. Well, I'm here
Mr. Tom, your
to
turn.
confuse you.
Talk about
I'm here to confuse you.
Mr. Universe right here. Card of Mr. Review.
So this is a weird reading for me, honestly. It's a little all over the place. I'm trying to make sense of it. It might make sense to you. I hope it does. I'm just gonna kind of go with what I'm seeing, and hopefully it makes sense. So the first card I pulled was Temperance. Now, in this deck, I mean, and Temperance in general, I mean, I feel like this is an interesting card in this deck because I feel like it really speaks to the balance of being in both the physical and the spiritual realm. But I think there's an overwhelming sense of exasperation or sadness in this particular card in this deck. And I think it's maybe you're a little wary bouncing in both places. It's time for you maybe to rise up. I don't think you should leave that balance, obviously. I think you need to have a healthy sense of that balance. But to me, that's what it's telling. It's telling me that. The second card that I pulled is the Ace of Hearts. So again, hearts in this deck. Pentagrams, pentacles, I mean. So I'm not sure if this is speaking really to my immediate. What I was getting out of this was that there's something that you're trying to do potentially, and I got the idea of financial or something job related. I don't know if you're looking for something in the mystical space that you're thinking about doing, but it's about new beginnings. To me, it feels very connected to the spiritual sense of this, and I think it goes back to this idea of temperance. Again, so I'm saying it's a very weird reading. I'm getting a lot of things. I probably, if I had more time to spend with it, I would make a little bit more sense. So sorry, it's a little scattered. But then the next, so I pulled a couple of other cards. In total, I have 5 cards pulled. The next one that I pulled was the 5 of Cups. So you have this new beginning, but there's something that you're you're still worried about. You know, you're not. It's taking your focus away from what you do have. I think I don't know what it is necessarily. I have a few ideas because the next card that I pulled was the devil. So whether it's about some kind of addiction, but I'm not saying it in your typical sense of addiction. I think this is something that you're and I'm why I'm saying I think there's a relationship or something that you are feeling tied to in some way. Um, because the next card that I pulled was the Three of Swords. So I'm not sure if it's something that you've lost or you're looking to lose, maybe. But that may be what is holding you back from getting that real ace of the ace of hearts moment that you're looking for. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel it's a little scatterbrained, but I don't know. That's what I have. Okay. You're muted.
Sorry. No, she says it while powerful, Tom, and I was saying it totally makes sense, because there's a theme there. You have the Five of Cups, and that's focusing on the loss, the regret, right?
Yep.
Instead of seeing the other things that you have towards you, right? You have the devil, which is that toxic energy that it's binding us. But you can set yourself free. And the Rider Waite, you had the two figures that you see in the Lover's card, right? And they have the shackles, but the shackles are loose, right? They're tied up by their own will because they want to be tied up, right? Easily they can remove it and just go on. So it's optional. You focusing on the negative. You being tied up is just optional. And with the Three of Swords,
Ooh.
yep, and with
On the bottom of my
that's
desk.
beautiful.
Wow.
Look at that. And the Three of Swords, it's grief. So there's an overall theme here. What I'm getting is you have the option of changing that negativity, that toxicity into something positive. It's all in your hands. Yeah.
Mhm.
I like your readings, Tom. They're like a riddle. Like I see the message, but it's always late. Like
You're
I love
you're my interpreter, so it's perfect.
it. Yeah, I mean it's
Nick
there. Like
delivers the
I see it
messages
clearly.
he reads. Mhm.
Yes, yeah. And
This is
she
why
says yes.
this is oh good.
Thank you so much, Tom. No, she says thank you so much, Tom. And she says it's powerful.
Yeah. This is why I'm trying
Mhm.
to read more because I read a lot for myself, mainly.
Mhm.
And I do read for other people, but I usually do it over like text. And I have a problem getting the reading out when I'm
And
speaking.
I
In
got a
words.
very
In
accurate
words.
reading from Tom last week. It came out to play, Tom. I have something to share with you later on.
Oh,
But
great.
yes, Tom is very,
Yeah.
very good at reading. And she's just saying,
Yeah.
oh my God, dear, thank you so much for your clarity and truth. Right
Thank you.
now, having peace with the path. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of us are.
Mhm. And I totally get what you're saying, Tom, because when I'm reading for myself, I see the cards and immediately without, in the mental process without going to words, I know the message. I know what it's saying to me, like right there.
Yeah.
You don't have to utter a word, right? But when you're reading, you have to find,
Yes.
the right context.
Yep.
Trying to deliver the
Exactly.
message using
Yep.
words, images. So it's a totally different process
And I
of
can type that out, and that's what I've been doing. That's why when I'm like saying like, "Oh, I'm not ready," it's because I'm typing out notes to myself. I have like a whole notepad to open, like because
Mm-hmm.
it helps me keep track of it. I feel like when I'm saying it, it just doesn't come out right. So I need
Yeah.
to just hone it in a little bit. But I'm getting there. I think I'm getting more comfortable. It's really a comfort
Yeah,
thing.
little by little. Yeah, so we need to have you more often here then. You need
Most
to be like
definitely.
more. Yeah, yeah, of course. That's how, you know,
Practice makes
it's
perfect.
great.
Mhm.
Yes, totally. And it's not practice because you do have the practice and the skill. I think it's more the format of reading live because it's totally
Yes,
different.
it
You
really
know,
is.
the energy is very different. I remember the first time that I read live. I mean, I've read for the longest time, but the first time I read live, it was at Scott's Scorpio Sun's channel. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, it was just a show of hour and a half. But after that show, I was like drained physically. Like I went straight to
Yeah.
bed. Like if I was awake for 2 days, it was so weird. And I'm telling you, every time I do a live with reading right after, I feel hungry. Like if I haven't
Yeah,
eaten the whole day.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry right now.
So
Well,
it's
it's
not
all
just
keep it
me.
luck.
It's not. Yeah, and it's just 2 hours. Sometimes I go 5 hours without eating, no problem. You know, but it's that
It's
process of
energy.
reading. Like it takes away a lot. And I'm telling you, every time I finish a live, I'm starving. I go straight to the fridge to get something
Hmm.
because there is a energetic process that manifests in the physical sense. All right, everybody, are we good for tonight with readings? Like, should we call it a night?
We
We
can.
could,
We could.
Or
That's fine.
or
what? No, you tell me what you want to do, or you want to go on.
me, I'm good for a couple more.
Yeah, I can do a couple
All
more.
right.
Then
Well,
I'm game. But then
okay.
I'll probably have to start, you know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
decompressing.
So we are at 2 hours and 22 minutes. Once we reach 2.5, we'll cut it. Okay. So it's 7 minutes more. That might be one more reading. Okay.
That works.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
All
one
right.
more time.
That is
All
Yeah.
right.
fair.
Let's. Okay. So let's go to. I love this tool. Love this giveaway tool. All right. So let's see who we get.
Oh, 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 oh.
Rebecca Joe.
Rebecca, are you still
Rebecca
here?
Joe, are you here? Please let us know.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on.
Bam,
The tarot is right. Just kidding. The readers are right. Yeah,
It's the Wheel of Fortune.
yeah. Wheel of Fortune.
All right. Rebecca 1, Rebecca 2,
Snooze, you
Rebecca
lose.
3. Yeah, I mean, she might have gone to bed. Let's see. All right, let's draw again. The choices are getting thinner. Aspasia.
No,
I think
she's
she
no,
Are you
she's
here,
gone.
Beth?
Mm-mm.
Beth
She's
left.
gone.
Yeah,
Mm.
she left a while back.
We need some night owls.
I
Come
think
on.
Lindsay,
Lindsay, I
are you
think I've
here?
seen Lizzie. I think yep, I know Lindsay's here. She was here a while ago. I see your name in the
Yeah, she was
Are
only
you
here
here,
about like 10
Lindsay?
minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah. She says she subscribed to Ange. So Lindsay. Yep, there she is.
Hey, you're here. Super. Thanks for confirming that you're here. So we're gonna read for you tonight,
Ooh, that jumped right out.
and that'll be our last reading for the day.
Okay.
Yes. Technically our first reading because it's almost midnight, so it'll be
Yeah, it'll be
midnight
the
when we
first
start
reading
reading.
of the day.
There you go. Well, it's still 11:58. So
Yeah.
I mean, depends where you fall at. Whoever's ready, just let me know and you can go ahead.
Actually, I'm all set. Lindsay says it's 1 a.m. here, so she's an hour ahead. So, Lindsay, are you
Nova
one of our
Scotia.
Canadian neighbors?
Yeah.
Because that would be Rain's time.
All right. If you're ready, I'll put you on the big screen, Heather. And the floor is yours.
So, Lindsay, I got some heavy, kind of a little bit of heavy energy here for you. So it says here, question. Let me just see it so I can read that and go right into the cards. What can we learn spiritually to gain strength? So I got the 9 of Wands, and so a lot of times, everything that we've been through in life, um, we may feel like, like that old saying, God can't give you what you can't handle. Well, a lot of our strength comes from our resiliency. And I know that, myself included, there are times when we kind of compare our traumas or our hardships to others and saying, well, um, you know, mine wasn't bad. Everything that we go through that affects us on a deeply emotional, anything that might be traumatic, we are all different. We are all energetically different. Um, and kind of like snowflakes, we're all different. But with the 9 of Wands, it shows, I love this because it's like, here's the fire, but there's the water, and that fire is still going, and there's some steam coming out of there. So it shows that even when you feel like emotions might be coming up, you still have that energy. You still have that determination, that resiliency. For me, the 9 of Wands is about really resiliency. We are all resilient. We all can tap into our past, our experiences, positive and negative. I mean, it's basically life. And we can spiritually use that to show us our strength that we have. And the next card that I have um, is the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is about, is like a feeling of lack, of loss, of desolation, not having enough, just kind of like being out in the cold, feeling isolated, feeling alone. And so I'm getting the energy that you may be experiencing this lately, that might have been something that you've been experiencing in recent past or maybe going through right now. And just to know that you are strong, you are resilient, and whatever this is too shall pass. And there's always ways to be, people that and places that you can seek help and not to be afraid to reach out for help. The next card I have for you is the Hanged Man. And so the Hangman is about getting a different perspective, kind of looking at the situation of, okay, instead of looking at this as a form of lack or loss, what can I take um, and apply moving forward that'll give me an understanding of maybe why I'm going through this, or showing you how strong you are, how far you have come, and all those past moments of feeling that we were lost or that we had that lack or we felt isolated. Um, has actually given us incredible insight into who we are. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the Mage. So all of these experiences that you have gone through that have brought you to those moments, like 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, especially with Pentacles also being connected not just with finances but also with spirituality. So if you felt like you were drained or spiritually out in the cold, take that time to look at things from a different perspective. Look at the things that have happened, maybe journal, um, write, collage, do something creative that helps you explore and shows you that you have all the tools that you need within yourself and your connection to spirit to guide you in creating and manifesting um, the life that you want, the new path that you want to forge spiritually. Sometimes we think of, in the future, but sometimes it's just from date. So for some of us, it's day to day. Some of us, it's even hour by hour. So just knowing that you have the power within yourself and within your experience and your knowledge, and that resiliency that you have within you from that Nine of Wands, that continues to keep you motivating you, and it keeps holding you up and keeps you continuing forward. Tap into that and use that power that's within you. And that's what I have. Thank you, Lindsay.
That was awesome. All right. I'm gonna go next. I pulled three cards for you, and the first card I pulled is the King of Elixirs, which is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups, what it represents, in spite that it's cups, kings in itself are associated with the element of air. So what I see it is in the mental level, in the logic, in the mental processes, your emotional state. So can you gain growth? By staying emotionally balanced, by staying by enforcing kindness, compassion, and being balanced between the mind and the heart, right? So there's an invitation for you to find balance in general, right? To find joy, to see yourself from a new perspective of growth. Second card I pulled is the Child from the Normand. And this is a card that talks about new beginnings. I see that it's kind of like a cycle, right? You're going through a cycle right now, and the message here is to find that sense of balance between your emotions and your mind. So the child, what it represents is it's possibilities, right? It's new beginnings. It's a fresh start. So it's the end of a cycle and the invitation to start this new cycle in positivity, in happiness, in joy. And I feel that that's confirmed with the third card. And that's precisely what it is. It's joy. Joy, happiness is at your hands. And it was interesting. It's the skull of a child as well. So it ties up with this message here, with the new beginnings, the fresh start. So the overall message here is to see yourself with compassion, with love, with balance, and knowing that you have the opportunity to find growth. You are in a new cycle right now. Just open it with joy, with positivity, because the universe is there to support you. That's what I got for you. Tom, it's your turn.
Tom, you're muted.
It was so profound. You missed it
He's-
all.
We're the muted gang. The game to mute.
It's terrible. We're all being really bad about that today.
Yeah.
So I generally try to pull three cards for doing lives, but I pulled five. Two came out at once, and then I felt like I needed to read another one and for the last card, but we'll get there. But I did pull one of my favorite cards. Actually, one of the cards that made me buy this deck. So I will point it out when I get to it. So first thing I pulled, Six of Cups. I don't remember who it was. It was, I think Heather said nostalgia in as part of her reading, and that's what this is. This is what I'm getting. You're going back through your memories. You're thinking about your past. You're thinking about you're just unpacking. I mean, you're literally unpacking your thoughts. Not sure the reason, but you're doing so. Obviously it's an emotional time. I mean, this is Cups. This is you're let me get to it. It's maybe a little bit of a winding path here. So the next card that I pulled is the Nine of Hearts, Pentacles. So again, I think this is, I think you're looking back and you're recognizing the abundance that you have, um, which is a good thing. But it's also this card came out with it, and I feel it fits to me too as well. A lot of times when I'm looking through the past and remembering things, and I'm happy with what I have, but I got the Eight of Swords that jumped out at the same time. So I feel like this is also putting you're imprisoning yourself here with some of your thoughts. Um, these memories are holding you back a little bit. And I think you need to, finish unpacking what you need to unpack, but I think you need to think about moving forward. And then I pulled out the next card that I pulled out is the card that literally when I saw it, I was like, okay, I need to buy this deck. The Hermit card. This is probably my all-time favorite Hermit card. I love that it's the perspective that at least that I take from this is that you've taken in all this knowledge. You've gone through your library. You've read everything that you need to read, and that knowledge is giving you that new perspective. It's raising you up to new levels, new limits that you weren't aware of that before. You've been here. Like these are, I don't know if you can see, but these are like they're scars. They're like almost like those markings that you make like on a prison wall of how many days you've been, in a room. It's that solitude that you've spent this time studying and becoming what you need to. This card, like to me, is amazing. And I thought it quite interesting. The next card I pulled off of this, where in my opinion, I look at this and I think of new perspectives. The next card I pulled, the Hangman, which Heather also pulled.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hangman is always about perspectives. It's about changing the way that you are viewing what you are viewing at the moment. This card has a little bit of this deck tends to go a little dark, as we can see with the imagery.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's
Mhm.
okay. I think it's about shedding that old self. Shedding and maybe just boxing it back up. You've gone through it, you've reassessed, put it back away. It's perspective. Exactly. It's time. So that's what I have.
All right. That was awesome. That is a really nice card. I like it. It's very
Yeah. I love that
It's very
card so
powerful.
much. Yeah, I mean it's just
yeah.
perfect. The simplicity of the color scheme, just everything about it is perfect.
Uh-huh.
I
And
love this
she
card.
says, "Wow, that's amazing, those cards. That's awesome." And she says, "Thank you." And Ange says, "What a treat to have Tom here reading with us tonight."
Yes.
It is a
Oh,
treat.
oh,
Yes.
Stop.
It
It is.
mm-hmm.
It'll make me
Yes.
blush.
This time, and she says too, this time is so much about perspectives, and it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And see, and you see it perspectives in terms of like the messages getting from the books, like different authors, different perspectives,
Mhm.
but also that perspective, standing over it and gaining your own perspective, right?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, all that
beautiful.
knowledge builds you up, and it brings you up, and
Mhm.
it gives you that foundation to
Freedom.
to go up and get over whatever
Foundation.
walls you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so,
And she
so we
said,
made her
"Thank you
cry.
through." I hope it's tears of happiness, of joy. So I think we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes. Oh my god. This is, I started with a different guest and I have two different ones with one totally unexpected, and that's Tom. And
Yes.
again, I reiterate, it's a treat to have you here. It was an honor that you accepted the invitation.
Yes.
And
I
so
was-
happy to read
definitely
on
we
your channel.
will. I will love to have you back again. I mean, I want to do an in orbit with you,
Sure. We can do
Totally.
that. Schedule
but
it.
yeah.
that'd be wonderful.
Well,
maybe next week
schedule it.
we can set on a date. Yeah, I'll message you privately and we'll
Yeah,
set up.
let's-
But if it's next week, that'll be awesome. But I want to see you more. Reading with us with the community, because your
I'm
messages
trying.
are
I'm
really
trying.
I've been
powerful.
trying to get him on, so I was so shocked when you invited him on and he said yes. I was like, woo!
I'm honored.
I'm
Then
trying.
that's a big honor. Yeah.
I'm trying to
And
be
Lizzie
more-
say, what an honor for me. Yeah, I've never seen him reading, and it's amazing. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, Tom, for
Thank you.
accepting
Thank
the
you.
invitation, for being here with us, sharing your energy, your words, your thoughts, and that beautiful deck.
I
it's
love this
beautiful,
deck.
It's very
Yeah.
different,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
just like
Yeah,
our town. And that's
definitely.
good. Yes.
My favorite of
Yeah.
all my decks.
It is. Yes. All right. So I want to thank everybody for staying during these 2 hours and 40 minutes with us
Thank you
during
for
readings.
inviting me too again.
Yeah, you're always welcome. You're part of my channel already, so
And
All
you're
right.
always on.
you're not a guest. You're always on. Hey, you're not a guest, really. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for, again, sharing with us. And I might be back live tomorrow. Who knows? Because I love this topic, and I don't know. I think it's fun. We'll see where the night take us, right? Tomorrow. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for your
Thanks,
energy,
everyone.
and we'll see you again in another episode of Bones and Spirits. I'm just tired. I want to go to bed. I'm hungry
I wanna
too.
eat. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Bye,
too.
everybody.
All right, everybody.
Thank you again.
Blessings to all.